Alrighty, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to another Serious Angler Fantasy Fishing Show. And if you are tuning in live here, the crew is missing.
We're sort of
the
here.
crew is missing. So
Are you drinking coffee right now, Andy?
Tea.
It wouldn't put me past Andy to have a coffee.
No, I did have a cup of coffee at 4 p.m. though. I was feeling a little sluggish today. Had a midday pick me up, just straight black flame like coffee down the hatch.
All gasoline.
All gasoline. No brakes.
No brakes at all. No, it is weird, fellas. I'll say, tuning into this show and getting things rocking when it's still light outside. I'll say that.
Very nice.
It's very odd. But nonetheless, it's an odd show regardless because we have obviously no Boomer. Boomer has been AWOL since week 1. But no Brennan, no Justin. No, Justin might be joining here in a little bit, and then no Brennan as well. The dope is not here to lay down the law. No Clint. Yeah. So
unbelievable.
Although the law may have broke his own rules, which we'll have to get into shortly.
What the heck was that about?
We'll have to toss it to the folks and see what his repercussions. He confirmed himself via text message that his picks were locked in. So he kind of.
I saw that.
Did you like the finesse of giving himself to lock his own?
You're like, do you want to bury yourself right now? Because I'll freaking do it.
Yeah.
Oh, he buried himself.
By the way, at the BAM tournament, I did talk to Boomer, and I said, "What the heck, dude? Are you ever going to show up to our fantasy fishing again?" And he said, "I'm old, blah blah blah. I forget things." And I'm like, "Yeah, we know you're old, dude, but come on, it's freaking fantasy fishing."
Oh, I know you're old, dude. Boomer has become a boomer, and he is anti fantasy fishing.
Boomer is boomerang, is what he is.
Boomer is boomeranging.
Boomerang, but he's not coming back. He just ran.
That boomerang doesn't work, right?
He's a faulty boomerang.
That's right.
He sank like a rock.
Oh gosh. Hey, speaking, not sinking like a rock. I don't know why that would say anything there, but Matt Boyd asked, BAM tournament, dude, ended up 5th, real close. Final day weights were freaking tight.
Hell yeah! And you dropped the old big head, didn't you?
Dude, I had a green one in my bag every day, at least one.
Dang. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah,
we
dude.
Had a couple green ones messing around, but those smallmouth were fun. That lake is sick, dude. Havasu Mojave is that is a cool fishery.
I was very bummed to have missed it. But Shane Gillis was much worth the date night with the wife.
I can't wait to hear about that. That's incredible.
I mean, I told her, Andy, and because you'll understand this, I was like, we walked in. By the time the show started, I was like looking around. I'm like, you should appreciate this because this is the first time in 15 years and probably the next 15 years that the Sabres Arena will ever be sold out.
No, negative. The Bandits sell it out every time they're home.
Well, okay.
The Bandits made the finals again. All right. Like,
yes,
5 years in a row. It's insane.
Yeah, that's the one team in Buffalo, the indoor lacrosse team that has better attendance than I think it was 18 of the 32 NHL teams, which is it's jaded, right? Because you got 80 games versus whatever the Bandit season is, but average attendance either way, it's pretty incredible. Plus, Bandits games are way more fun.
If Bandits played 80 games, it'd still be sold out every night.
Hey, thanks, Brian. Best fantasy fishing show. I don't know about best. You might not get the best information out of us, but we certainly, I think, have the most fun. That's for sure.
Facts.
Try to.
Yeah. But
well, we're having the most fun. I don't know about for everyone else.
Yeah, they might need these guys to shut up, but yeah. But we got a fun one. It's probably gonna be a somewhat quick one, obviously, because we're missing a bunch of the crew this week for this week's event anyway, which is like Lake Fork. Like, who misses the Lake Fork week, especially? Like, come on, guys.
Historic.
We got Sean Miller. The drunk Bills fans need something to do with themselves after football season for the Bandits. That's so true.
Facts.
They just keep drinking till 4 a.m. in the bars. So like they're just always drinking.
That's what else is there to do in Buffalo besides that? Smallmouth, beer, and Bills, basically.
Walk around some
if we're giving anything away, Brad already won.
Boomer has to dress like a furry when he comes back.
Oh no.
Someone screenshot that right now and send that to Boomer.
I'm just gonna take a picture and send it to him.
Do it. Send it in the group chat.
Oh, that's incredible. Brad's actually won a bunch of stuff, I feel like, on the show. But Brad, if we have extra Hobie iWork discount codes, if you want, shoot us a DM. We'll throw you one just for that. Just because let's get some more boomer, not hate, but some boomer hazing, if you will, in the chat, just so we can send it to him.
It's not hate. We don't hate.
No, we love boomer. We love
low.
boomer. We love messing with them even more.
It's a little hazy.
It's all in good fun, you know, when you're with the boys.
He probably doesn't even know what a furry is.
He'll look it up, and then he'll be like,
He goes,
"Oh boy,
is there a season for them in Idaho?"
He's actually in Washington, so
where there's probably more of than in Idaho."
Yes.
I don't know why has he always been in Washington?
He's
Yeah,
like
he's
right on the border, isn't he?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm a terrible friend. Goodness.
It's fine.
But yeah, Lake Fork week. But I guess real fast we'll go through and recap the Lake Hartwell event. Did you guys get a chance to watch any of the live coverage?
Dude, I didn't. I was a derb, so really
unfortunately, I did not either. It kind of stunk. I saw some.
I saw the
replays,
clips after.
but
Yeah.
It looked in typical Hartwell fashion. Looked like a obviously a lot of numbers. It was more of like, can you catch the 3-pound caliber fish? Saw some sneaky stuff getting pulled out from some guys, which was cool to see.
Give us some
definitely
details there.
Yeah, just kind of some of like you guys see the hovering game evolve of certain guys using different techniques, kind of like how we saw with Taku back in Lay Lake with him fluttering that his pancake bait, as he calls it, that flip gill, I think it's called, from Nori's. The guys doing that with like the fluke sticks, like with Paul Marks, and I believe Andy, you got a show getting lined up to do a whole deep dive with that with Paul on the Lure Lab. But just kind of watching some of these sneakier hard baits and stuff that guys are doing. Like, it was a really great show production of guys trying to hide baits. Like every fish like being taken off, like with their backs to the camera. Yeah, just flicking them off. Like there's so much of it going on, dude.
That's hilarious.
It was quite hilarious.
That's not my company's bait. I need to throw it to the side so I don't get in trouble.
Can we normalize non-exclusivity? Like, I
don't
feel like
think it's that. I don't think it's that at all. I think it has nothing to do with sponsorship. I think it's literally like, I don't want the world knowing that this is working so well.
Yep. I think that's the majority of it, but there's a little bit of it too, where it's like you're a Berkeley guy throwing something Strike King, you don't want them to know, that kind of thing, that kind of deal. But the 100%, you're like, yeah, I don't need the masses knowing the sneaky deal. Like Patrick Walters, I feel like is culprit number one of hiding his bait, dude. They kept teasing him about it
being way off on his fish size on Bass Track. Like,
it's funny. He puts in a 4 and he goes, call it 2. Him, Hackney, all of them boys do it. But otherwise, it was a fun event. I mean, pretty on par for the course, I would say, for Hartwell.
For what I thought would be late in the year. It kind of just shows you, man, like fish spawn so late in these fisheries. It's kind of cool. Yeah.
It was cool. I mean, Drew Cook was doing his deal. Sight fishing, majority of them was cool to watch the different things he was doing with catching them on beds with glide baits too. He kind of added that to the mix.
Without hooks, right? He would like fire them up with that? Or was he actually?
No, he caught some doing it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to go back and watch that. What glide?
I think it was the darter. The clutch darter.
Chop. Nice.
We got Justin joining us here, but it looks like he's in the cave.
He's in the dark.
Hiding. I don't want people to see.
Oh, gosh.
I don't think you guys can see the names, but it says Bad at Fantasy.
I should have changed it to Still Bad at Fantasy.
There you go. Bad at Fantasy.
And you are beating me though in points. I am one step ahead of Boomer, and that's only because he has a bunch of goose eggs. So
because he has 4 zeros.
At Drain the Lake,
chance to pass me.
He might beat me at Drain the Lake with skipping 3 weeks.
Oh jeez.
Well, with that, we'll go through and do a little update here on the scores, if you will, for Drain the Lake right now. Obviously, Boomer being in last place, which is crazy because he actually won the first week and then just hasn't done it ever since. Obviously in 6th. Justin, you're at 7,000 points. Deacon, you're in 5th with quite a gap, 7,800 points, so 800 against or above Justin. So yeah, I think he's frozen, but he's a little bit. Oh no, he's back. a little bit down there.
He's just in the dark.
He's just in the dark. Yeah, there you go. Freeze frame. In fourth, we got Brendan with 8,100. 5 points ahead of him is myself in third. Andy, you're about 100 ahead of me in second. And old Cletus ahead by almost 400 points.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, 8,600. He had a 21,000 or 21,000. Good lord, 2,150 point week for Drain the Lake at Hartwell. He's
Monster.
that spotted bass dog.
Pretty sick.
That makes sense.
He's got insider knowledge.
Yeah, He cheated. DQ.
He took all Yamaha guys and scopers.
He paid for info.
Classic.
Brian says Andy saved that tea bag for when Boom returns.
Oh my god.
Nice.
I like.
Very nice. For fantasy fishing, obviously Boomer in last place. In sixth with 4,400 points. Actually, let me pull this up because we had these updated because of Andy forgetting to put in lead Livesey for the classic. Andy is in sixth place with 4,733 points. Brennan in sixth, just 3 points ahead of Andy. So we got a tight race there at the caboose. Middle of the pack, we got Justin with 4,900 points. Deacon, you are ahead of Justin by 34 in third. And crossing the 5,000 mark threshold, 5,054 in second place is Cletus. And I'm just about 100 points ahead right now with 5,166. So it's a tight race still, boys.
Listen, the one thing we know that is wrapped up is last place.
Yes.
So we're solid there. None of us can fall below Boomer at this point, I believe.
Maybe. Don't say it just yet. There's still half the season left.
Oh my god, it's fair. It'd take one hell of a fallout to get below Boomer at this point.
It would. But that's okay. But yeah, either way, I mean, it's still from Andy, from your position to mine, it's 400 points, and that can be basically made up in an event, if not definitely 2 wins. So still tight, still toy.
Man, right. I'm trying to find a rookie pick here. I see what Brendan was dealing with.
It's tough. Oh yeah, well, I guess we got to tell the folks. Our dope, our Department of Punishment. I remember what E stood for.
Efficiency.
Thank you. Brendan decided to list out his picks. We discovered he had no rookie. You guys know our rules. If this is your first time watching fantasy fishing, here is you can only have 2 chalk picks, right? You can only have 2 picks that are the highest person in each bucket, and you have to take at least 1 rookie in each event. He did not have a rookie. But I wonder if he confused Tyler Williams maybe for a rookie still or something like that. But he confirmed himself. I said, Brendan, are you locking in these picks? And he said, yes, locking in. So he officially is technically breaking the rules. So we'll pitch to the folks the best punishment for our Director of Punishment Efficiency. Let us know in the comments, and our favorite one we'll select to give a pair of Hobie eyewear shades to. But
yeah, fire him off, guys.
Fire him off. What should his punishment be for the guy that's supposed to be dealing out the punishments? Let's hear what his punishment should be for breaking the rules. But Lake Fork boys, have you guys been on social media lately, seeing the guys that have? Say what, Justin? You're kind of choppy. We lost Justin. Have you guys seen the guys that are practicing on Fork right now?
No.
Yeah, it's just they've been dealing with some intense weather
again.
At least, just downpours and huge hail. Good.
It was a bunch of posts of guys that are either hiding under bridges or found, like empty docks with covers that they were able to hide under for a while. But sounds like the lake's rising a little bit from the sounds of it, but.
Looked like guys got off the lake or left their boats like underneath docks too and went and ate lunch. I saw a couple of those. People completely off the water eating, and it's just lightning cracking everywhere.
Oof.
Oh gosh.
We got a few rattling in here. Punishment furry battle with Boomer. Oh lordy.
It's pretty bad.
We got Drunkwood in here that says oh no. No, it definitely can't do that. He said, punishment, post a picture on socials of you and an ex as profile photo without any context. I don't think Boomer's wife would
Boomer's
appreciate
married.
that. Yeah. Here we go. Matt Boy says has to make a Randy Blockett is right about everything video.
Hey guys, I just wanted to come here and say one of my favorite influencers is right.
Have you guys? I hope people in the comments have seen it. If you guys watched the Bass After Dark show, the social videos from Ken Duke have been incredible. If you guys have not seen those are amazing. That's great. Brad says Brennan and Boomer have to fish an event together, but they have the shotgun of 4 logo.
Oh my gosh,
that's punishment in itself. Gosh, these are good. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. But it sounds like some topwater action is going to be happening on Lake Fork with the lake. It is indeed rising, and they're not going to push some more water. It sounds like we'll see some different things at play for this event.
I love watching. Yeah, that's fun. Big ones eat big topwaters on Lake Fork. We've seen that many times.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be some full blown. I don't know. I feel like was it 2 years ago that they had an early May event that there's still some spawners left?
Yeah, I think that's one Lee like blew out of the park on the final day with that mega bag on a
42 or something.
Point.
What year was that?
2022.
Okay. Is that when Cobb caught that 10?
No, that was the year before.
Okay.
Is that the one Cobb won?
Yeah, it was either 2020 or 2021 when Cobb won. It was a COVID year. I know that.
May 19th was 2022 when Lee won. Polinick took second.
So was that the one that Felix was in the top 10?
Does not look like it. It looks like it was.
That must have been the year after.
Felix was in the top 10, I think, when Cobb caught that 10 and he kept catching spawners.
The year prior, then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one.
2019 was when Cobb caught the 11.
Got it.
That's
like going to be interesting.
5 years ago. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, that was a minute.
Every day blends together at this point. All right, like feels like yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, for the boys though, looking at the weather, it's not. They got some nice weather, honestly. Let me share screen this. It looks pretty comfortable down in old Tejas for this event with tomorrow being 76 in the high 50s overnight. That's pretty comfy.
That's lovely. It sounds lovely right now.
Yeah. I mean, obviously get a heat wave next week, but looks like thunderstorms on Friday. Otherwise, basically a consistent north wind and mid to high 70s and partly cloudy. So I think they're going to freaking smash their lights out.
Blast them.
I think so too.
It's crazy though. If you see, look at this complete switch come Monday, north, switch to complete all south for wind direction.
I wonder if it's going to make the bite stingy with all
being
that
north
wind. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like once it's maybe like when it changes, but I feel like that if as long as it's consistent, the fish will adjust just fine.
Yeah.
But it's also Fork, dude. Like they're gonna blast them.
No joke.
I don't think they ever don't blast them on Lake Fork.
Absolutely. All I know is next week, because we'll have another fancy fishing show next week because they go to the Sabine, and down there, 90-degree temps. That's gonna be good luck to those guys. It's gonna be muggy with that Gulf humidity coming in with that south wind.
I feel like it always is when they go down there anyway. So it's just like par for the course.
So do we think it's a safe bet? No sentry belts at the Sabine?
I don't know. You never know. I would say so.
Changing everything.
Yeah.
Does anybody think that we're not gonna have sentry belts on Fork?
No, I think 100% you're gonna have sentry belts on
canceled for something crazy.
Yeah.
It could still happen if they have a day canceled.
I was thinking the same thing. Cancel one for weather and put up 35, and
you have a 40, a 30, and a 30, and you're there, right? And
absolutely.
All right, let's see. Let me bring up the picks. We'll start getting into these. I'm going to bring up Brennan and old Cletus's picks. But we'll get into any other predictions for Fork. I mean, I feel like Fork is you usually see the same gamut, but if the lake is actually rising, like we've seen a little bit of people talk about on social media, I definitely can see some more power fishing, topwater, especially some buzzbait action, stuff like that up shallow, which I hope so. It'd be awesome to watch.
You might see some shallow frogging, which would be really fun.
That'd be great to watch.
That doesn't
I think
suck.
some big spooks, obviously, as we've seen Livesey do in the past. But I feel like it's going to be rather par for the course. Guys with big worms, deep cranking, probably going to see some minnow pinging, jerk baiting. But I might see a full gamut, some slim jigging shallow. But let's do some pick'em. You guys ready for the pick'em?
Wait. Get there.
Say what?
Deacon's copying Brennan's picks real quick.
Yeah. Give me what Brennan has, and then I'll plug it in.
Perfect. Andy, if you want, can you rattle? What was that, Justin?
Oh, I can't even remember what I picked. I have to actually have it back up.
You want me to rattle it off?
No, we don't need to do for the pick'em for fantasy. Well, if you want to grab Brennan's, I'll grab Clint's because Clint sent me his. Like the responsible boy that he is. But yeah, we'll just go through top 2 in AOI for the pick'ems. We got matchup number 1. That's Jay Shakurit and Will Davis Jr. Who picked Shakurit? Oh, 3 or 4. So you took Will Davis, Adam?
Sure.
do you have it up?
I just got there. I didn't click him in, so I just clicked Will Davis just for you.
My dog. All right. Matchup 2. This is gonna be an interesting one. Lee Livesey or Trey McKinney.
Dude.
Anybody pick Trey?
He won there, Bailey.
Yeah.
It's a whole different ball game though. It's a different time of year though. I feel like Lee's expertise is like he's gonna be back.
Trey could win at any point in time, anywhere.
I'm sure he could, just like any other of these guys, but it's just
it's true. But Trey top 10s like all the time.
Every event. It's kind of ridiculous.
It's dumb how good he is.
Like, the only reason I say it like that is one, what Lee has done in the past, his history here, but also if they're actually receiving the different lake changes that they are, that the one guy that's going to know what the hell to do is going to be Lee.
Although you can throw the caveat in there, there's been 2 times that he's bombed.
That's my thinking here is that Lee is so good and he has won here so much that like and I could absolutely eat my words here. It's a risky pick to me. Like it's either going to be he's going to destroy him or he's going to have a event. Whereas Trey just catches him everywhere.
I kind of agree. And for the pick'em I went Livesey, and I put him on my Drain the Lake. But I thought it was too much of a risk for the regular fantasy. It's just, I mean, he's got a chance to go out there and win it by 10 pounds, but he could also, finish in the bottom third of the field.
It's just hard on your home water, man. And he's someone who's actually been really good at finishing it, I should say. But like, you just have too much to run almost,
Yeah, makes sense. Scott Martin says Lee will not make the cut.
Oof.
We shall see.
Did you say Scott Martin says?
Yeah, Bass Fanatic. We always call him Scott Martin just because every comment is like it's coming from somebody who's talking like they're one of the pros on the trail.
Got it.
Either way, no, it's funny, and he seems to go along with it. So he has not once ever denied that he's Scott Martin. So he's since calling him Scott Martin.
Info like usual. That was classic. I love that.
Oh man!
Yikes! Got him. All right. Matchup 3: Texas Pick'em, Dakota Ebear or Keith Combs. Does anybody pick Keith Combs? Nada. We're all going Ebear. Matchup number 4: Big Bait Specialist. We got old Ben Millican or Matthew Robertson. Everybody go Millican.
Give me that Millie. That Millie.
Everybody want Millican. Momentum matchup. Matchup number 5. We got Luke Palmer or the champ, Mr. Easton Fothergill. Did we all go Easton?
Easton.
I went Luke.
I'm
feeling Luke. I mean, Easton will probably smoke him scoping, but Luke's dang good at scoping too. And if there's a bunch of water flowing in, You can go throw a spinnerbait on a bank and catch a big one.
Something sloped off, dude. When Luke, I think he just got a blue trophy, and then just it's like, I don't need to win anymore. And he just because he was Mr. Consistency for a while.
He still is. What are you talking about?
He's always in the top 40.
But there was a slump. You can't argue there wasn't a slump. He'll even tell you there was,
but it's not. They're calling this momentum matchup for a reason, Bailey. He's smoking.
Well, I know, but like a couple events, not the whole year.
I picked him last week.
It's all because of
like
Justin.
1%.
And I Justin.
Yep.
And what did he finish again? Like somewhere high?
He was in top 10.
Fourth, I think.
Justin, you need to change it to decent at fantasy for 1 week.
No,
decent.
One good pick. I also picked Jason Williamson, and
one.
he finished like 95th or 97th or something. And it made me look really stupid.
Yeah,
it was a great week, except for that pick. I was like, oh, Jason.
All right, we got match number 6, the I-30 showdown, Stetson Blaylock or Joey Cifuentes. Raise your hand if you went Joey Cifuentes.
Give me the cowboy.
Got 1, 2 for 2 versus 2. Matchup 7, Chris Zaldain or Jason Christie, the Texas versus Oklahoma. Did anybody go Chris Zaldain?
I did.
2 and 2 again. All right. See where we're at, Andy. I see you.
Yeah, we
see you.
Good minds think alike, right?
Or horrible.
Or horrible.
Dumb minds think alike.
It could be either way here.
All right. Let's get into some fantasy fishing picks. Anything else we want to talk about? Here we go. Justin, the okayest fantasy fishing player. I like it. All right. Good. Anything else on the Laketh, the Forketh before we get into our picks?
I'm just excited to see Giants get caught, and I'm hoping I can watch a little. So,
all righty. I'm hoping to watch the entire freaking thing. Let's see. Let me pull
up here. We got how many 10-pounders? 2 10-pounders on the year so far? Right? One had on Okeechobee, and then Welcher got the 1.
Correct. I think there's 3 though.
Ooh, wait. I missed 1.
Was there 3? No, never mind. No, I think it is 2. Yeah, I think it is 2.
You think we match that on Fork? Like over under 2 10-pounders at Fork.
I'm gonna go over.
That is dead nuts. What I think it would be is 2.
I'm gonna go 3.
That's a good number to pick.
I'm gonna go 1 11, and then it's gonna be 2 10s.
I'll go over 2. I think there's a better chance that there's 3 over 1. I think that's right.
I like it.
I'm hoping
there's going to be 2.
All righty. You guys ready to get into the picks?
Let's do it.
Betcha.
All right. Bucket E. Let's go, Justin. We'll go from right to left.
I lied. I wasn't ready.
Okay.
But hang on. What? I'm getting there. I'm ready, but I don't have my roster.
All right. Time's up, Deacon.
Man, Bucket E for me. I'm burning my rookie pick in here just because we have to have a rookie. So I'm going Loberg off a momentum pick. I picked him a bunch this year. He hasn't done well. I think it was really big for his head to get things turned around on Hartwell. And he lived in Texas for a little bit. I don't know how much time he spent on Fork, but yeah, Bucket E, going Loberg.
I like it. Andy?
Bucket E, I went with Caleb Summerall. I feel like that's a good pick in Texas, and he's probably going to catch him on top water. Might not be like a home run hit, but I feel like it'll be a good, like, high cut pick.
I like it. I kind of the same train of thought as somebody that could knock their lights out, but could off us big baits, especially have a decent finish. I'm going old Matty Robertson on this one. Throwing that big cull shad, big mag draft, glide bait. I can see him at least doing that. And he's not like he's not well versed in the scope game either. He's done well at Champlain, things like that. But Justin, wrap us up, Bucket E. Actually, we'll get to the other guys' picks after. Oh, Schlapper.
Yeah, I like him. He's got I don't remember exactly where he finished last time, but I remember it was a good finish. That slugfest a couple years ago. Yeah, I don't remember exactly where he finished, but I know he's got some history on the lake. He can do the forward facing deal. I feel like he's going to have a good one.
Heck yeah. Scott Martin says Kenta is going to get him. I could definitely see the Kenta Kimura pick going down.
Only if it was an open.
Yeah, no, his kryptonite is definitely anything that's not a Bassmaster Open.
Hey, if they cancel a day for weather, look out.
Oh yeah, because you get a 3-day.
If they cancel a day for weather and then they just add 100 boats to the Derby, he'll win.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. All right, so Cletus picked also went low bird on this one. Andy, what did Brendan pick for Bucky D?
Hold on, I locked my phone. Give me a second.
You goober.
I have it right here. Yeah.
How dare you?
He took Paul Mueller.
Old Mueller. Old do it molds boy.
Come on, boy.
Come on now. All right. Bucket D. Deke, who you got?
Man, I got Milliken there. Hard to pass that one up in Bucket
Chalk
D.
pick number 1.
Got to use them. Use them if you got them. We only are allowed
Right.
2. That's number 1.
All right. Yeah, I mean, there's absolutely zero arguments. Like, I don't think it really needs an explanation.
Yeah.
I still want to take Milliken in
I
this
would
one.
pick Milliken. I don't know. There's a
G. Andy?
Going Dakota Eber. He has to get his season on track, and he posted a big practice giant already. So, yeah, I think he's going to have a good bounce back derby.
Hey, all I'll say is big practice giants, especially on Lake Fork, are very deceiving because you can have morons like me catch one, and I could post it and be like, "Oh, here's a roundup," but nope, it's just lucky because Lake Fork is Lake Fork. But yeah, no, it is Eber. Eber is a freaking hammer. That's a completely different case.
Yeah.
Which is why I also am going Dakota Eber in this one as
Stealing my picks.
You'll see. All right, I can't take my chalk in this one. I gotta take chalk somewhere else.
Yes.
But yeah, Dakota Eber, other Texan. You bastard. Justin, who you got?
I went Eber also, so I copied both of you.
Cheaters.
Dare you? Cletus went Mr. Ben Milliken, and I'm gonna go on a limb that Brennan probably took Ben Milliken.
He did not.
Whoa.
No, I'm kidding. He took Ben Milliken.
You bastard. God damn it, Andy. You're in solo jail.
All right.
What's a
You
jail?
can talk. I'll just stand here and smile.
That's right. Smart ass. All right. At Group C, who do we got, Deke?
Group C, I've got Tyler Williams, man. He's going to go scoop him with a jig and a jerkbait. That dude only does it, and it works at Fork.
Do you think he ever ties anything on else ever?
No.
Or do you think he has like the easiest rigging ever?
Dude, yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, I think that's the way to be.
Here's Tyler Williams' boat. Port side, jerkbaits. Starboard side, jigs. We're set.
That's
Genius.
it. Don't like I don't know about you guys, but I over rig way too much. And this last derby, I caught him on one rod. 95% of the fish, every fish I weighed, I caught on one rod. And I literally had like 40 rigged. Not 40, but like 25 of them. And it was like, what am I? And even the next night, I'm like, well, just in case this happens. It's like, what am I?
You have 4 hours, Deacon. No, but it's funny. Like when Bailey and I go fishing together, I'll have like every rod out on the deck because I don't know what we're going to catch them on. Bailey brings this entire garage of rods and sets them in the co-angler seat. And I'm like, we have more rods than anything in this boat. We end up catching them all on like 2 or 3 rods every time.
It's that mindset of, hey, if this situation happens and I need 5 casts if I see a laydown, you know, it's that type of deal where it's like it gets to your brain. Where Tyler
100%.
Williams is like, if I see a laydown, I'm gonna throw a jig. If I see a point, I'm gonna throw a jig. If I see a dock, I'm gonna throw a jig. Like if I see a fish, you know, suspended, I'm probably gonna throw a jig at it. Like it's just like it just works for him.
And it's like there's something to be learned from that, right? Because I agree. Like I'm like, okay, like I had a frog on the deck, right, for Mojave because there's these little cuts and little back pockets, and it's like, yeah, I picked it up 3 times and never got a bite, but it was like, I don't know. I
If
guess
it happens, it's gonna be a
I
big
could have
one.
thrown a jig back there, right? Like I could have, you know, I didn't need to pick up a frog.
No, no.
This is so good. Oh God.
Oh, no.
This is so good. Andrew Williams Fishing says, sticking with the mustache comments, Bailey Stash gives the impression that he tells everyone that his 8th grade team would have made states if he hadn't broken his arm doing tricks on his scooter.
He's trying to win some sunglasses.
Oh, I think that's worthy, honestly.
That is 100% worthy. Andrew,
Well
whether
thought.
on social media, email, whichever is easiest for you, get in touch with us. You just won some Hobie Eyewear shades. That was pretty good. I love the roasts. The roasts are great. We should just keep it straightforward from that for the rest of fantasy fishing. Is it just you need to roast one of us on here, and that'll win you some shades.
Bring the
That's good.
That's good. Yeah, thank you, Andrew Williams. I appreciate the hatred.
Appreciate the hate.
And no, it's good. I mean, I'll tell you first thing, my mustache is god awful. Where were we? I totally I got
I just
sidetracked.
did see.
You did see? Okay, Andy, who you got?
Ready for the line of copiers? I'm taking my chalk pick with Easton Fothergill. Guy's on fire.
I'm just not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna add him.
Same with Justin too. Chalk it up.
Yeah, I got no comment.
No comment.
We're gonna have quite a quick show tonight, folks. Needed to get rid of the rookie. Needed to get rid of the rookie, and it's one that just makes sense. And it's also a rookie pick and a chalk pick. Dude, I peaked in middle school. I never peaked. There was no peak.
You just plateaued.
There was no incline. It's been decline since day one, maybe.
So if you're
Really
bent
was
on a decline,
born
you did
top
have a
level.
peak. You plateaued. You're just level, man. You're flat.
No, there's no plateau. It just gets worse.
So
not
technically, if it decreases, you had a peak. When was the peak?
Peak was when I was born. Bro.
No, he's literally saying he just exponentially has decreased. Like, it's just
That's
like
right. That's
Peak
right.
was 1 second into life.
That's right. The greatest moment of my life was coming in this world, and then ever since then,
literally, yeah. His parents were like, "Oh man, he is the top of his game," and then like day 2, they're like, "Yep, he's going down."
yeah, he's getting rusty in his old age. He's losing it. Oh god, that's good.
Who did
I forgot
Clint
Easton's
have?
a rookie. Like I just view him as that good and a veteran now. Like I just completely
Oh,
forgot
Easton.
Easton's a rookie. I'm like, oh yeah, well he's been here for at least a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
No,
That's
he's
funny.
a child.
Yeah, he's quite literally. Quite literally. Which, hey, shout out if you haven't watched our Champions roast yet, check that episode out. Cletus also had Easton Fothergill in this one.
Nice.
What did Brennan have?
Brennan took Tyler Williams.
Oh. So I guess for some folks, if you want some different options in this group besides the 2 different people we chose, I would say the way this is setting up, JT Tompkins has top 10 here. Rob G is a wizard with the minner.
Christie has had some big events here too in the BPT.
Wesley Gore as well as top 10. Yeah, I mean,
Bo
yeah, those are
Browning
really-
could be a really sneaky pick with a chatterbait.
you can kind of do the whole mix, the whole gamut of it if you wanted to.
I had
Okay.
Bo for a minute because for my
If
rookie.
Randy Howell has a ton of experience on fork as well, and he had a really good finish last week, right? So like, yeah, there's a lot of good ones.
Bass Raft, our friends suck. They all bailed, and Boomer just doesn't show anymore. So.
Yeah.
Well, old Cletus has a show tonight because originally what we do is we go live on Monday nights, and unfortunately, just with schedule and things, I'll just put it out there. I have the entire blame. I forgot it was fantasy week, and it was just super last minute, so it's my fault. We did not go live last night. Clint has another show that he's on, and he goes live Tuesday nights. So, Cletus is doing work and was a behaved child and sent his picks in. Brennan is going fishing, so he chose fishing over us, which is rightfully so. And Boomer hasn't showed up since week 1. So make sure you make fun of Boomer. Yeah.
I low-key wish we would have went last night because I was on the road and I shit you not, I got pulled over again. Not even
no.
It would have been the same exact, like right around the same dude. I am dumb. Okay. I didn't get a ticket. That's the only good thing. But if you are traveling in the Western states and you see a boat check station, which I tried to get over, but there was a semi in the boat check station, stop every time. They will hunt you down and they will make you go all the way back. The officer was great. He's a great state trooper, but this was sheriff. This was his comment. He comes up to the boat. I'm 45 minutes past the check station at this point. So in Western states, they want to control quagga muscles, so they don't want you to cross state lines, right?
Yeah.
I am 45 minutes into Idaho. This dude pulls me over and he goes, "Hey man," like he knew that I knew, like that I was supposed to have stopped and I didn't. And he was super nice and was just like, "You got two options. You can either turn around and I can follow you back to the check station," which, mind you, is 45 minutes back, or it's a $10,000 fine and I take your boat for 6 months. That's the law in Idaho. And I was like, guess I'm at an hour and a half to my trip, boys. Just turned around. we drove back and my boat, and then I kept going. Like all the water.
How did they know that you didn't go through the stop?
They must have seen me. They're not always open, by the way, but when they are open, you have to stop. And I mean, it was 6 o'clock. Like I was like, they're probably not even there. Someone must have seen me and then called a trooper and said, "Hey, a boat just went by us," right? And so, anyways, I've only been stopped going into Idaho with that. And fair warning out there, you should stop. It's the right thing to do. It was my mistake, but it was not fun after driving for 11 hours to add an extra hour and a half to my trip. That was a nice kick in the nuts.
I might have turned around and just not come back. I'm going home. Screw you guys.
Yeah, like,
did he follow you the whole way?
Dude, that's what I think. I think it was literally like, "Hey, I'm going to teach this kid a lesson." Like, it was like I could just like catch him, in the first couple minutes and we just turn around. But he's like, then people just get this mindset of like, well, I could just maybe skip through it. No, it was, I think like, "Hey, I'm going to make this hurt a little bit." Like, we're going to follow. Yeah. So
he followed you the whole way.
He wasn't directly behind me, but he was like back there.
That's awesome.
That's incredible. Just keeping an eye on you the whole time. That's awesome. I also got DN, so you're shaking you for the streets or what? Wow.
So good.
Brad's with the heat tonight. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Well, glad you're ticketless then, Deacon. But yeah, that would have been a good one to catch. You should have added him to the show. You're like, "Sir,
like,
what are your fantasy fishing picks? Hey man, what should I take for Bucket E?" That's good.
But you did have some other stuff go down today, right? In Boise,
dude.
Based on your story,
it's been a brutal. Like, I must have. I had a low tire on the way home. I was again like 30 minutes from home. And I'm like, "Oh great, now I got a flat." It wasn't fully flat, but I had to refill it, so I figured it would be low. And of course, woke up this morning, and it was like fine. So then I filled it again, or it was fine. And then this afternoon it got low again, and I was like sick, so I need to go get this tire replaced. So did that, and then I got a parking ticket going to grab lunch with some.
Oh my gosh!
So it's great getting home from a derby. Everything goes really smooth, and life is good.
Love it.
Something like that.
Sorry to rub salt in the wound there, buddy.
Yeah. All right. Did anyone dig into Group B?
No.
All right. Deacon, let her rip, bud.
Dude, I got Polinick. He's a risky pick. He honestly just is a risky pick, but I think of big fish, fork, him throwing a big spook and glide bait, could slide up, catch one on the bed. He could go out, scope one. I think he can do everything. So anyways.
Didn't he win that one? It's been a number of years, but didn't he win one there?
He won one on Rayburn.
Was it Rayburn? Oh wow!
Yeah, it was Rayburn. It was Rayburn with the big worm.
He took second on fork though.
Yeah.
Behind, I believe, Lee.
Let me see. Yeah, because he tied Swindle and won the tiebreaker. But that's how it worked.
Jonathan. I would love to fish the U.S. Open. It's normally in the fall and surrounded by other tournaments. And I'm hunting generally. But I've really, after seeing Mojave, it's not at, the U.S. Oh, no, it's not the U.S. Open. Sorry. Havasu, one bass, is having the Havasu Open this weekend. A lot of guys are staying down there. My boy Ty is going to go probably win that thing because he's had so many dang seconds lately. I wish I could have, man. I just am stacked with work and getting back, podcasting, all of that. I have learned I can't do back-to-backs very often. If I can, it's going to be when I retire.
Hard. It's hard.
It's brutal. A lot of guys
people
are
want
doing
the fantasy fishing, man.
Hawk. They're all doing it.
Heck yeah. All right, Andy.
I took Jordan Lee.
Guy's
got a good track record in Texas.
He's got a good track record about everywhere.
Yeah, it's fair.
Just like the guy I picked, Brandon Polnick. I think Lee's a great pick, to be honest. He seems to be on like a anti-tech revolt though this year, catching him shallow in the way he wants to catch him.
Yeah,
it's been interesting. I'm going to BP. I feel like BP just jives with summer fishing.
Dude, that dude is awesome. He's
Dan Fraser.
He's not that old, but he's an older guy that is a freaking hammer and the nicest guy. It was cool to see him do well this week. That was awesome.
Nice.
Heck yeah. Well, I took my second chalk pick, so I'm out of chalks here. But Justin, wrap us up for Group B.
Hamner time. He had a great finish last year. He likes that jerk bait. I feel like that'll play post spawn. Yeah, he caught that. Didn't he catch an 11 last time they were there?
Yeah. 11-3 or something like that. Like whatever it was.
That was such cool. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
I think he jives with this lake, and he's going to stick him.
He'll be out there jerking.
Old Cletus. The old Cletus pick.
He's a BP, didn't he?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, yep, he also went Polnick.
Same with Brennan.
With Brennan.
I'm glad I'm the lone wolf here.
Wolf.
This one,
Justin took Hamner. Never mind. Good job, Justin. Yeah.
I mean, other people that jump out are like an Atkins who's top 10 here. You got a Drew Benton who just does well everywhere.
Jordan Lee.
Patrick top 10. Welcher, Corey, all great picks on this one. All right, Group A. Let's wrap this sucker up. Deacon, who you got?
I got McKinney, man. Consistency, top 10. Not saying he's going to win it, but he's a sure bet to be up high.
I can definitely see that. Andy?
I'm staying on the Jay Shakirat train in Group A.
Definitely no wrong being done there. That's for dang sure. Like talking about a guy that really catches them absolutely everywhere, which is, I feel like, so under talked about.
Yeah.
With Shakirat is like, it doesn't matter where they go, he catches them. But
pretty nasty when it comes to consistency.
He had a big rally 2 weeks ago too, didn't he? He was having a rough final day, and it's like he was going to drop a couple of spots, and then he just puts together a nice little flurry at the end. And yeah, dude's a stick.
Cal Jesse says, listening to see who Bailey picks, so I know who not to pick. You do pretty well. You do very well.
Reasonable.
Yeah, I'm going a little. I probably should have taken somebody higher up, but on this one, I'm going with John Garrett on this one. He's been a little savvy to big bags this year, and I feel like he just jabs well at Texas.
Dude, you know what show I still can't get over? I just love his mindset of everything. A buddy and I talked about this today because of some tournament drama, not with me, with him, and just some things with like, you know, classic what we call bass hole situations of like just club tournaments, especially of like, well, this guy saw this spot or blah, 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 whatever. That show that you guys did last year with him, where he said on live when Patrick Walters asked him, he was like, man, I didn't see you here last year, because he saw him on live, and he goes, nope, but I'm here this year. Doesn't even care. Like, I'm freaking here this year, dude. Like, what are you gonna say? Like, I'm here to win. Like, of course I watched what you did last year. Like, all these guys. Like, I thought that was funny.
And you have to respect him for being straight to the point, right? But like, yep, love it.
Nope, but I'm here this year.
Well, it's just, he's been straightforward on like all the shows that we've done, where it's like he says that, and then he also said, He's like, yeah, if you see the top 10 photos of baits, he goes, yeah, no angler tells the truth.
Ain't nobody gonna. Yeah, he said that in the same show. Like, I just love
Yeah.
it. He shoots it so straight. Like, it's so good.
I love it. I love it for that. But Justin, wrap us up, man. Who'd you have for bucket A?
I copied Andy again and went Shakira.
Dang, we had no Livesey, huh?
Oh, we do.
Clint went Patty Walters.
And Brennan went Livesey. Wait, hold on. Is Brennan getting double penalized here?
Does he get multiple chalks?
He's got 3 chalk picks.
Dude.
Oh,
so much crap about chalk. He is. You know what? You know what he's gonna have to do? He's gonna have to take chalk and put it all.
That's good. I like that.
I mean, that's how he was the past couple of years too, and he sucked.
He's got to wear like one of those Uruk-hai costumes from Lord of the Rings with the
gosh.
All right, we're calling it out to the fans though. Here, we need a double punishment for Brennan now.
That's double penalties. Are you kidding me? Of all people, like that's like the sheriff getting a drunk driving ticket. Like that's unbelievable.
Double minors.
Oh man, you ever see that like reel that went around on Instagram and Facebook of like the lady cop arresting that guy in the cowboy hat, and she like made him line dance, and at the end she's like, "How'd you get so good at dancing?" And he's like, "Well, I'm drunk as hell."
Yeah, and then he goes away.
And then they point at each other.
Wasn't that from Reno 911?
It was, I believe so. Yeah.
I thought that was fake.
It was like, like, gotcha.
That's funny. All right. That was bucket A. We'll have to figure out a punishment for Brendan.
Glad I caught that and didn't let that slip.
I know. Look at you. You're on top
standing
of it,
up for you, Deacon.
We might need to strip his dope title from him and give it to you, Andy.
That's what I was
Andy
wondering.
seems more responsible as an officer.
Captain Dope. That's your new title, Andy.
Does he do?
This is a great one. He needs a shirt that says "I'm with dope" with an arrow pointing up.
Yeah, he's something. Love it. All right, let's go around the horn quick as we start wrapping this sucker up. Let's do weights. Andy, what do you got?
110.7.
Ooh,
it might be a little high, but I think last week I was actually the closest to the weight.
You were. You got the extra bonus 20 points.
And all of you guys went super high. So this week I'm going to return the favor and go super high to give all of you guys a shot at winning the weight.
Well, I'm also going. I went higher. I went 112.8.
Love it.
Deacon, what you got?
I went 108.9.
That's what I'm talking about.
Justin?
I went 107.7. Am I the low pick for once?
No, Cletus went 106.15.
Oh,
we're all pretty close. Minus Bailey.
Brennan is. Oops. I can't see his.
What a jerk.
Yeah, triple penalty. Punishment. Yep. He didn't even include a weight, so he can't get the bonus this week.
No bonus.
What a loser.
Oh, got Brad coming in with almost $130.
Jeez. That'd be
heavyweight. Love it.
All right, let's we got that. Let's run through our Drain the Lake. We can wrap this sucker up.
All right, boys. Hey, how was fishing today, Bailey?
It was honestly a little tough. It was a little tough today. They're kind of like, you know, that like weird time in the spring where it's like the first wave is up and trying to make beds, trying to spawn, where it kind of almost seems tough. Like they're there, you can see them, but it can kind of be like tough to get consistently bit. Yeah, it was that.
Just a couple coming.
Yeah, they're there. Like they're getting there. Like we caught a decent amount. Like, but I also was a little stubborn. I was still on a giant rat today, and I was trying to force feed that a little bit. But
nice.
So there was that too. But otherwise, no, it's New York. It's a dumb fish. So it's fun. We're going to the promised land for the next couple of days. We got right up here, and we're gonna hop off here in a second, and get stuff ready for it. But Drain the Lake. Andy, you got yours?
Sure. I got Combs, Eber, Palmer, Lee, Milliken, Tyler Williams, Kyle Patrick, and Kenta.
Nice. Deke?
I got Keith Combs, Ray Hanselman, Brad Watley, Brandon Polinick, Lee Livesey, Tyler Williams, Chris Zaldane, and Matty Wong with a big bait.
Hey, yo. All right, I got Eber, Trey McKinney, Brandon Polnick, Ben Milliken, Wesley Gore, Tyler Williams, Stetson Blaylock, and Mark Frazier. What you got, Justin?
I got Livesey, Logan Parks, Patty Walters, Zaldane, Hank Cherry, Keith Combs, Wesley Gore, and Koya Fujita.
Kyoya. Well, yeah, we didn't even talk about Kyoya at all.
He's had kind of a quiet year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair point.
Sure. Well, dudes, anything else on Lake Fork?
Heck of a time. Can't wait. I'm fishing a derby Saturday, but when I can tune in, I am going to be watching it and probably going to have a nice cup of coffee and have a relaxed Sunday watching Bassmaster live.
There you go. I will be at sister-in-law's graduation for college, so I will be watching it. So I will be watching live.
Enjoy.
So I will be watching it.
That's right.
Corner on my cell phone.
All right. Well, folks, appreciate y'all as always for tuning in. Love the comments that we get in this stuff. If you want some Hobie Hour shades, I know we had 2 folks tonight. Get in the DMs or an email. We'll get that code sent out to you guys. So you can go to hobiehour.com and pick out your selection of shades, whatever pair you want. And if you did not win, you're looking to get a pair of Hobie Hour shades, use code SeriousAngler20. I think it's Serious Angler, excuse me. And at Hobie Hour, you get 20% off. So link is always down below. We got the discount code. Just click on that link and it'll automatically add 20% off to your cart. But appreciate y'all.
They got the free towel promo going too.
That's right. If you want a free Hobie Hour towel for Mother's Day, order meow. Appreciate y'all, and we'll see you on the next one.